It's a brand new day. I'm so glad you're here. It's time for our Friday check-in. My name is Jill. You are here with me traveling on Survival Road, one step at a time. And I know I don't do the breaths on Friday, so we're going to take one deep breath, hold it, and exhale. And we're going to get started. So, I was thinking why I do these check-ins is I grew up in a family that had on our kitchen counter, we kept one of those steno notebooks, and that was just sort of our thing as we came and went, even if we didn't see each other, when we were teenagers and older, is that we would write on the steno pad, I'm at XYZ, I'll be home XYZ, and that was a way for the family to all know what everybody was doing. So I have a strong core need. My hairy microphone is blowing into the microphone here, or the camera here. So I have a strong need to actually stay connected and to communicate, which I have since learned as I have grown up, that not everybody shares that. In fact, it is quite abnormal, but it's just a thing. I like being able to talk to you directly, and I also like just covering some of that little stuff that doesn't really require an entire video. So thank you for keeping up to date with me here at my journey as we hopefully inspire you on yours. And so with that, just a couple little things. I'm having fun getting myself squared away. I have altered my motto. See that image here? So I think I like that stay human aspect of it because I see that coming down the pike as something that's kind of important. You will notice that there's probably more wind in the background and some noise because I haven't fixed the window back there. I haven't covered it up. This is what I'm talking about. Strangers, believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night. Need the feel. That is the window covering for this hole. So there's some extra noise and some extra movement, and if I even move a little bit, this whole thing shakes, and there's something metal that's clicking. So because the wind is blowing again, we're doing the best that we can. It was a beautiful morning though. I got quite a few things done, which I will show you in just a minute. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, as you know, I'm thinking changes, and somebody asked if I could do a separate channel, and the reason that that's not practical is YouTube has initiated a whole bunch of restrictions on brand new channels, and you think my channel gets buried. When you start a new channel, you have to have a certain amount of views and subscribers to even be ranked, to be able to sign up for any kind of services or to be into that category where YouTube acknowledges you are actually a creator. So it's just easier to do it all in one place since I have clawed my way to this little tiny group of you. Thank you very much who are taking this journey with me. The last thing I need to do is get harder to find. So on that note, I would like to also say thank you. Two of you kind of stepped up in the last week to help me out since everything has crashed. So I want to say thank you to you two. I don't know if people want their name said online or not. So I appreciate that you are allowing the base of this to keep moving forward. And I'm still crashing. I think it's been 2 weeks since I have still haven't cleared the subscriber threshold. Every time I get close to it, I drop back down. So something is happening. I think it's mostly the older videos that aren't getting viewed as much, and that probably has more to do with the YouTube algorithm and their love for me, which does not exist. So so I want to say thank you. We are still moving this little whole process forward, and yay for those of you who are taking it with me and supporting me in this journey. It's really, though, about supporting a bigger idea. I'm almost ready to just bottom line it for you. Most of it you already know. It's just for me to keep my own head straight.
I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf.
I am still building the pond, for lack of a better term, for the animals. The antelope come up too. The owners don't like that, but I think it's cool. So right now I'm just softening the ground so the water can sink in. It's been too hard to dig out, and so we'll keep building. I will keep you updated. as an update, for those of you who watched the video yesterday about or the day before about the wind, that little green thing is where I wash my hair and do my outside bathing. And today, actually this is Friday, I'm recording this on Thursday, we are supposed to be in the mid-70s. It is our first warm day, which means I can wash up hopefully without having it be a nightmare. And I wanted to bring that up just as a personal note about how some of all this works. And I don't talk a lot about what actually goes on behind the scenes because some of it's, you know, too personal. But I think one of the thoughts I've had these last few years, and it's come up more into the forefront as we've talked a little bit about maybe bringing another person into all this, or also, you know, thinking about traveling again. And because I've been so isolated and so on my own, everything I designed in all of this was to just be by myself. And how you address your hygiene issues while you are in an RV or a van, I think is going to be really tough because there's not even any internal space. Most trailers or RVs have some kind of internal bathing system. So it's something to really factor in. You know, it doesn't bother me at all to be super primitive. In fact, I don't know what it is, but I love doing my shower and my washing my hair outside. I don't know why, but there's just something about being outside that's I just love. So I try to do that outside as much as possible. But that requires a crap load of privacy. You know, I'm almost a mile from the road, so I don't think anybody can see me. But it's a game I play. You know, what the heck, right? But it's something that I can only do those things because I'm out in the middle of nowhere and nobody's here with me. And so part of that is you need to factor in. Are you going to do your outside showers? Are you going to be comfortable in a bathing suit outside? So those are things that you might want to think about. And if you want to have company, because you know, one of the rules are if you come and visit me here, you have to be willing to squat outside in the dirt or stand up, because there is no place inside that you can have that experience. So it's just something I wanted to toss out there. I don't think about it because it's just me, but that thought has sort of crept into my mind, how some of us are okay being super primitive, but not everybody is. And so that's something that you're going to want to think about before you leave, if you haven't left yet, in terms of how you want to design your personal system. There's 4. There's a bunch more out there. As you know, they make excellent gardening things. So somebody wants to come pick them up and use them for their garden, the people who own the land. So I am collecting them, and it's actually very warm today. We are going to have our first day in the 70s since last, I don't know, October. Yay!
Creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind.
I hate being that weak. I think that's a bit of my life here on the cow farm. I don't have as much other stuff to report. That's the wind. As we move it all one day forward, but we are outside. It is warm enough. My exercise and stretching routine is back on track. Very happy about that, and I think we're gonna call it a day. So I hope you will rise with the sun in your eyes, love in your heart, and feet firmly on the ground, because we're walking together one step at a time here on Survival Road.
Run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf.
Freedom.
I'm a lone wolf.
So I'm updating the motto. Instead of just live free and die wild, I'm also going to say stay human. And with that, we'll see you next time.